What's going on, guys? Today we're doing the American Players Only Fantasy Draft Challenge. Obviously, just did the Canadian one. This one should be tougher as there's just less American players in the NHL than Canadian players. I'm thinking, like the Canada one, we'll use the capital of the United States with the Washington Capitals. Now, I think with Canada, we've got knocked out in the round 2, which we deserve to, move on. We're up 3-1, whatever. We'll see if we can do better here with the U.S. players. All right, guys, so I guys picking 31 right now. I'm going to close my eyes here, randomize, hoping for a top 2 pick to land Austin Matthews. Are you kidding me? First overall. Let's go. Kraken Islanders behind us there. So, we're going to take Matthews, obviously. Cannot take McDavid. That is perfect. Wow, okay. So, I can't believe I'm passing on McDavid here, but first overall, Austin Matthews. I know Leafs fans are going to love that one. So, after Matthews, yeah, McDavid, Draisaitl, as you'd expect. Kucherov there at 4 before McKinnon. Interesting. McCarr at 6 to the Avalanche. Leafs there again, McKinnon, okay. So I'm wondering, Adam Fox, I was thinking is a guy we could take mid-round. Same with Johnny Gaudreau. Let's see, some other American players here. Matthew Tkachuk, Connor Hellebuck. So, which actually reminds me, guys, I promise I'm going to take a goalie with one of our top 5 picks. I see everyone's comments saying they want me to take an actually good goalie, see how we do. So, I was hoping maybe we could get Hellebuck in the second round. He's a late first rounder, though. McAvoy there, Quinn Hughes, also American. Patty Kane at 29, that's a steal for the Sharks. As I mentioned, he just sims so well. Eichel at 32. Let's see who's available here in the second round. Cannot take any of these guys. Mix of Canadian, Russian, Slovenian. Dylan Larkin we could take. One of my favorite players. Now, I would like to get 2 forwards to have like a sick duo. And no more defensemen here with our top 3 picks. Rowensky, would he still be available in the third round? I don't know. Could put Pacioretty with Matthews. Let's take a look at the goalies right now. Markstrom, Saros. I mean, none of these guys. Gibson is American. We could take John Gibson. He usually sims pretty well. So you know what, guys? I'm not sure if it's the smartest move, but asking you shall receive. We'll take John Gibson here, second overall. We get an elite goalie. I just realized we actually have back-to-back picks. Okay, so we could get Gibson and Larkin. Gibson and Rowensky. Rowensky could be our number 1. Let's see what other defensemen are available. If we miss on him, we could get... Ooh, it kind of gets weak there. I feel like there's a lot of, still solid forwards. So yeah, maybe we go Zach Werenski here, first pick in the third round. I'm liking this team. Now we need a winger here to play with Matthews. Joe Pavelski's American. 37 years old though, we could probably get him 4th or 5th round. Pacioretty's still there and I was looking at him. I mean, this guy with that shot playing with Matthews. They're both snipers though. Do you need more of a playmaker for Matthews? Thing is, that's kind of where the best value is. I feel like, yeah, we gotta take Pacioretty here. Hopefully Pavelski's still available. Right, we have back-to-back picks. Okay, so we take Pavelski here. I mean, the thing is, if we don't take him here, we have to wait 60 picks. Will he be gone 60 picks later? That is the question. Seth Jones is there. I feel like Seth Jones might still be available due to that contract. Yeah, so this probably isn't the smartest pick, but we just have a sick first line now. Patches, Matthews, Pavelski. Let's see, what do we have left here? Okay, so Canadian, Norwegian, Canadian. Blake Wheeler's American. That might be an option. TJ Oshie, of course. I feel like we got to make sure Oshie's on this team. I like Blake Wheeler in the top 6. Some X factors there. Power forward. Maybe even on the first line. Gives us better chemistry. So let's go Wheeler. And then we're going to have back-to-back picks. Right, I love this. Okay, so do we go Oshie or Suter? I think Oshie might still be available a bit longer. We do need some defense, though. After Suter... I don't really see a lot of defensemen here. So yeah, let's take him. Make sure we get somebody. He's defensive as well. So could help us out in the PK. 60 picks later, TJ Oshie is still there. So I'm going to take Oshie. I feel like, we have to. Now, it's the next pick here. I see a guy. I'm probably going to have some people arguing. Cam Fowler is, I think, born in Canada, but represents USA when he plays hockey. So I'm going to count him as American. And actually, guys, I should know this. Cam Fowler was born in Windsor, which is where I'm from. So it's like 10 minutes from the border. Again, he plays international hockey for USA. I'm sure some people are going to argue it still. After that, Cam Atkinson. He might not be bad to add to the top 6. But actually, guys, rather than taking Cam Atkinson, I'm going to fill out our top 4D. Both Martinez and Petrie are American. Petrie's actually from Ann Arbor, which is where, like, Michigan hockey team plays. He's got a couple X factors there. Martinez does not. So we'll take Petrie, which I think honestly gives us a really solid top 4. I keep forgetting we have back-to-back picks. So could take Martinez, but for the bottom D pair, doesn't really matter. I'll take Cam Atkinson there. He's a good sniper. He's got speed. So we have actually top 6 forwards filled out, top 4 D, and we have a really good goalie in Gibson. Martinez is still there. at this point, the value might be too good to pass on. Brandon Saad also would be a pretty solid pick there for the third line. Also, guys, I'm looking at our positions right now. I see we only have one center, but Pavelski, I think, probably will be playing second line center just because that's where we're going to need him. Plus, it'll just kind of balance the team the most. And now, even though Martinez is still there, I'm going to pass on him, I think, for Brandon Saad. Reason being, Shattenkirk's down here, only 1 overall below Martinez, and I remember him going pretty late in the other fantasy draft. So, we'll take Saad here for the third round. I think I saw Blake Coleman is available. I keep forgetting, guys. We have back-to-back picks. It's so embarrassing. I'm going to take Blake Coleman here. Two-way forward there. I think he'll help us out on the third line. With the next one, I'm hoping Martinez or Shattenkirk's still there. Doesn't look like they are. Okay, so they're both gone. That's all right. Now, JVR is still available, guys. He's American. You might notice his contract's a bit lower there. That's just to make sure Philly was under the max salary cap. So I think he's a good pick there again. Help us out with the third line. We're actually finished now the top 9 forwards. So at this point, it's best player available. Eric Johnson could start adding to the bottom D pair. I don't really mind that pick. Charlie Coyle, Jason Zucker also wouldn't be too bad. I'm going to take Johnson, though, just because I think, the bottom D pair plays more than your fourth line forwards. Alex Woligoski is here who could add with Eric Johnson, but I'm hoping he's still available with the next pick because I see Phil Kessel here. Gotta take Phil the thrill. We could actually have like an all Leafs line, him, Matthews, JVR. And then, yeah, I think we'll go Goligoski here with the next one again, back-to-backs. So we now have the 18-19 pick. We'll have to wait a while for 20. We just need 2 more forwards and a backup goalie. The backup goalie with Gibson is pretty relevant. I'm sure somebody there is American, at least that's an 80+. We could have taken Tyler Myers, who's huge. I think I actually would have rather done that than Goligoski. And kind of surprisingly, guys, it's actually mostly defensemen that are available here. So I'm going to take Zach Parise next. Obviously, he was on a lot of the American and Olympic teams. Nick Foligno, though, is American. He's a good leader. I think maybe he's the pick. So yeah, I'm going to take Nick Foligno here. With our next pick, I'll take a backup goalie. And I think, Tyler Myers just went. I was going to say, if Myers was still available with the 21st pick, I think it'd be pretty fair to, take him. We wanted to sub him in or whatever. So, like I was saying, guys, looking for a backup goalie now. We got a German, Slovakian. I'm not sure, actually, who is American here. Craig Anderson is. Okay, so I guess we'll just take him. I mean, everyone else, yeah, there's some other 80s. Whatever, we'll take Craig Anderson there. So, overall, I'm pretty happy, I think, with how this team turned out. I feel like we got a lot of depth. Alright, guys, so just sent through the preseason. We have a record of 5-0-1. Matthews are averaging almost 2 points a game with 11-6. I'll show you guys the lines here. I think this team is pretty nasty. We've got Pacioretty, Matthews, Atkinson's our first line with a +5 bonus. Oshie, Pavelski, and Wheeler on the second. Saad, Coleman, Kessel on the third. JVR, Foligno, Parise on the fourth. So, like I said, good looking forward group there. Defensively, too, we're solid. We got Suter, Redsky on the top pair, getting a +1. Petrie, Fowler, Goligoski, Johnson. I could put Petrie on the bottom pair too, but I feel like he's a lot better, so I wanted to get the more minutes. Also, too, guys, Fowler here, just want to show you in game. You can see nationality there. Shows American. Goaltending wise, of course, Gibson's our starter there. Anderson backing him up. In terms of special teams, we get +5 on the first 4-man and the first power play as well. Like that first power play unit looks nasty. Even the second one isn't that bad. PK there, +5. Foligno, Coleman. I've actually got Matthews in the second unit there with Pavelski. Matthews got really good D awareness, 92, 94 stick check. The 3-man there, we got Pavelski, Foligno up for us. So this team looks pretty solid, top to bottom. Really no holes. If you guys are curious about the captaincy on this team, of course, Matthews is wearing the C. Then we got Pavelski, Wheeler there wearing the 2 A's. I feel like I had to give Wheeler a letter after he got stripped of the captaincy on the Jets. Kind of felt bad for him too. I'm not sure what you guys thought about that, but always weird to me when you take the C off of a guy who's like still going to be there, whatever, still kind of a leader in the room. So look at the ratings here. We have 96 offense, 91 defense, 88 goaltending. They look pretty solid to me, so I got pretty high expectations. Wow. All right, guys. We're at the deadline here with a record of 45-17. Haven't lost a single game yet in overtime. 90 points at the deadline is pretty incredible. We're the only team in the league without an OT loss. That's kind of an interesting stat there. So Matthews is killing it. 87 points, 62 games. Love seeing that. With our 90 points, we're first in the NHL by a lot. The next closest team is actually in our division. The Devils there with 81. So, yeah, hopefully we can keep this up and maybe actually, make a Stanley Cup run. And so, Stanley end of the season, guys, we're a record of 58, 23-1. We finally lost a game in overtime. Finished there with 117 points, which does win the league, so that's pretty awesome. 2 wins shy there, 60. Matthews had 108 points with 49 goals. I feel like he's got a shot at both Yair Ross and Maurice Richard. So, we'll take a look here and see how everyone else on our team did. And then, of course, where they finished the entire league. Pacioretty put up 100 points playing with Matthews. That's insane. Pavelski had 99. Oh my god, and that's second line. I mean, he was on every power play and penalty kill, but still, that's incredible. At 37 years old, too. Atkinson there at over a point per game. Same with Blake Wheeler. Oshie 68 is not bad. Kessel 38. I mean, for a third liner, that's also pretty solid. Peachy was the highest scoring defenseman on this team, though, which is a little bit weird, I think. Fowler 33. Runsky only had 33. I don't know why he doesn't sim better. Like, he's got a good shot on him there. Heat seeker zone ability. Maybe I gotta improve like the accuracy or how much he actually shoots the puck, because yeah, that's a weird one. You can see a lot of guys that actually put up around 30 points just helping us out. John Gibson here, so he gave us pretty good goaltending, .907, 2.88, but drafted him in the second round again. Was it worth it for those stats? I'm not so sure. Anderson there had even better numbers there as the backup, but probably got better matchups or something. So entire league, Crosby there 118, Wins-Yart, Ross, Ovechkin second, Matthews third. So still pretty cool there to have a top 3 scorer. I think where would there you go, Pacioretty there, tied with Sam Reinhart, who's on Tampa Bay. Most goals I think I saw. Oh no, it's Kucherov there, 56. Then Ovi, then Brady Tkachuk of all people. Okay, McKinnon, Kane, Matthews actually finished 6th there with goals, but still a really good season from him. Defensive scoring, Hedman at 83. Wow, playing for the Coyotes there. Take a look at these goalies next. So Gibson had the most wins, save percentage there for a starter. Carey Price with the Dallas Stars. Goals against for a starter is going to be Marc-Andre Fleury, 2.61. So I really don't know who's going to win the Vezina. Rookie skaters here. How is Jacob Middleton a rookie? Is that true? Has he never played in the NHL till this year? Is he always in the AHL? Zegers for the Leafs, 84 points. He went off over a point per game. So obviously, guys, we know we got first the entire league. I'm curious to see 6 teams there, the 100 plus. Come on, who's going to get last place? It's a fantasy draft. Minnesota Wild, 62 points. That's tough. We had the most goals for. We had the best goals against. We did. Okay, so John Gibson does win the William Jennings Trophy. Lowest goals against in the league. Maybe it was worth it, drafting there at the end of the second round. And the first team we're playing here, guys, in the playoffs is the Philadelphia Flyers. They got Forsberg and Lindholm on the first line there with Moore, Verana, Schenback on the team, Duran. They got 77 Nolan Foote. Okay. Bottom 6 there is really not great. They got 91 Yossi, though, with Klingberg. So some really good offensive defensemen. Swayman and Nets also not too bad. All right. So this should be a good matchup, but I do like our team better. I think we got more high-end players with Matthews, better depth. First 2 games at home, 1-1. I'll take that. Next 2 games in Philly, we win both. Just have to win one of the next 3, and we take Game 5. Okay, so there we go. Head on to the second round now. I was worried 3-1 series lead might have turned out like last video. Devils here, round 2. All right. Wow, the Devils' first line is insane. Panarin, Bergeron, Gensel. That had to be like their top 3 picks, or maybe they got Bergeron around 4 or 5. We got Robert Thomas there on the second line. Like, that's a really solid offense, or at least top 6. The bottom 6 needs a bit of work. Defensively, they got Drew Doughty, they got Barry, they got some lower-rated guys. They got Mers Lincoln starting goalie. So yeah, they must have taken offense for their first 5 picks. Matthews there has 9-5 right now, so he's looking really good on this team. Here we go. First 2 games at home. Obviously, we're gonna have home ice advantage the entire playoffs. 8-3 loss and a 2-1 loss. Are you kidding me? Come on, head to New Jersey now. We get a couple wins. All right, 2-2 series. Keep it going. 8-5 win at home. Head to New Jersey. We get another win. Wow, so down to rattle off 4 straight wins. The Buffalo Sabres up next. All right, guys, so Buffalo's got Robertson, Byfield, Mercer as the first line. That is super interesting. They have a 90 Robertson playing with only an 80 Byfield. I know he's got the X factors, he's got the potential, but not that high rated. Same with Mercer. Even like the rest of their forward group here. What the heck? After Robertson, they don't have a single forward who's rated above 84. And most of them are like 80, 82. This is really strange. Defensively, they have Uyghur's 87, Girard 84. The rest of them low 80s. Then they got Shesterkin as a starter. I was going to say, like, who did they draft? Askarov backing him up, too. Oh, my God. Their goaltender depth is insane. I don't know why they would take Askarov. You have Shesterkin, who's really not that old. Matthews there, 16 and 11. So, this team, I do think we should win. Like, we have the veterans, which usually, matters in the playoffs. First 2 games are at home. 1-1. All right, head to Buffalo now. And, wow, they beat us in both games. This could be it for us in the conference final. Have to win 3 in a row. We win Game 5. Can we force Game 7? That's it, okay. Buffalo there beats us in 6. The Young Gun team, I can't believe all those low-rated forwards. I guess maybe, Shesterkin just carried them. Buffalo-Seattle is your Stanley Cup Finals. Seattle wins it. Of course, led by McDavid, who we let them have because we, passed on him, the first overall pick to take Matthews. Minnesota won there. Columbus 2. Okay, so we'll take a look at the awards here. See how the guys did in the playoffs. Matthews there 24 and 17. And definitely did his part. He's actually up to a 96 overall now. Let's see everybody else here. Pacioretty over a point per game. Pavelski was a point per game. Atkinson close. Oshie there. Kessel played well. Again, like, where's Renski? Only 5 points. I don't get that. Gibson here, .919, 2.79. Like, those are good enough stats, you know, to go deep in the playoffs. I guess we just got matched up with a hot team. So, let's see. Buffalo there beat the Leafs in 6, Lightning in 7, us in 6 before falling to the Kraken in 6. Kraken swept the Canucks, and the Oilers beat the Blackhawks in 5. We gotta take a look at that team because they seem nasty. So, of course, we got the President's Trophy. Almost had the Prince of Wales. Crosby there, Art Ross. Hart, though, went to Matthews. That's sick. He was, like, 6th in scoring. I didn't expect him to get that. Maybe he had, like, a really good plus-minus. Devin Tays, James Norris. That's also interesting to see. Johnny Gaudreau, Lady Bing. Zegers, of course, got the Calder. McDavid got the Conn Smythe, as you'd expect. Fleury there, Vezina, back-to-back years, actually. Gibson, though, William Jennings. Siegenthaler, Bill Masterton. Vegas coach, Jack Adams, O'Reilly, Selke. And then Matthews also got the Ted Lindsay. Wow, okay. So, Matthews there, picking up a couple trophies. Of course, Gibson with the William Jennings. We actually got some hardware. We got the President's Trophy. So, no Stanley Cup, but overall solid year. And yeah, okay, so Matthews had a plus 48. And I guess, yeah, 3rd in scoring, that's right. He wasn't top 5, he was 3rd. Behind Ovechkin and Crosby, and I guess just with that big plus-minus, I don't know what else would have gave it to him. You know, they thought he was the best player in the league, so I'll take that. And like I said, guys, before we end the video, I do want to take a look here at the Seattle Kraken roster, see who they had behind McDavid, because they were so dominant there in the playoffs, only losing 1 game until the Cup final. Pietrangelo, Spurgeon, Burns, really good decor. Perron, Bjorkstrand, Duchesne, Marchment, up to an 85. Lee there, Palat. Wow, they actually, yeah, they built a really solid team. Let's see who their goalie was. Saros as well. Yeah, very, very good team. So, that's going to do it, guys, for this video. Made it 1 round farther than the Canadian video, but unfortunately, still no Stanley Cup. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.